The end of the world as we know it has been talked about for centuries. Events like the uprisings in Libya and Egypt are only adding inspiration to the doomsday prophecies. CBS 4's George Estevez found a group that came to South Florida to tell people the end may be closer than you think.
The beginning of the end is called the rapture. Some believe it will manifest itself in natural disasters, as written in the Bible in Thessalonians 5:2. The day of the Lord will come. Get in! But the question remains, when?
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
This group believes the end is May 21st, 2011.
Amen. Amen.
We're talking about Judgment Day. This is a serious thing.
So serious, these followers have joined a movement. Fred Storr heads this portion of the trip.
It'll be hell on earth.
That's how you would describe it?
That's how I would describe it, yeah.
May 21st begins hell on earth.
For you, ma'am.
We were with members of the caravan as they fanned across South Florida.
Buenos dias.
From shopping centers in Little Havana.
How you ladies doing today?
To the UM campus in Coral Gables.
As we, draw closer to the date, we're just simply out here trying to get these tracks or get the information out to as many people as possible.
The movement is founded by Harold Camping, a Christian broadcaster and founder of Family Radio. So why May 21st? It has to do with a compilation of passages in the Bible.
You can add them up. You can add them up until the time of Solomon, and then you can relate that to today's calendar.
A hint as to a second coming.
Do we take these prophecies literally, or do we realize that these are ways in which people in the ancient times dealt with crises?
Daniel Alvarez is an instructor of religious studies at FIU.
Every generation in times of crises, now we have globalization, economic crisis, a crisis in the Middle East, Israel in the thick of it. Now we're thinking this must be our generation.
So much so, there's currently a billboard in Hollywood announcing Judgment Day.
I've never noticed it. I'm here every day. I've never noticed it.
You can see it beyond the trees when you drive along the turnpike.
I don't necessarily like it because it's given the image that it's going to actually happen on that day itself.
But if it makes you feel any better, religious teachers have also told me that much like Family Radio did with this billboard, other people have also predicted the end of the world, and they've been wrong.
William Miller, a Baptist pastor, predicted the end was to be in March of 1844, then April of 1844, and then October of 1844. Jehovah's Witness founder Charles Russell claimed the end was 1874, then 1914, changed it to 1918, and finally 1975. And Harold Camping, founder of Family Radio, who predicts the end to be May 21st, 2011, already predicted the end back in 1994.
Every apocalypse ever written, and there have been dozens and dozens of them throughout the centuries, all predict that in the time they're living, that is when Christ will come again.
How are you?
And that may be the case with this most recent prediction. But for these followers, it has become their reality.
You don't really want to be here, okay? You don't want to be here.
On May 21st?
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen?
It's going to be bad.
So, whether fact or fiction, the end of the world comes with a powerful message about faith. As written in Thessalonians 5:9, God did not appoint us to suffer wrath, but to receive salvation. And depending on what you believe, your own personal salvation may be more figurative than literal, and not just happen after an actual natural disaster, but after you reach a point when you are ready to accept your own new beginning. George Estevez, CBS 4 News.